Hello, I am coming to you from Merle Hay Mall in Des Moines, Iowa. This mall is alleged to be haunted. So, the first thing that I heard about this mall is that there was a young man who currently works at my hotel who came here when his mother worked here. She worked on the lower level, so there is a basement here. And while he was here waiting for her, he heard singing coming from the conference room. So he actually went downstairs. He poked his head into the conference room and he said he saw a circle of nuns and they were all standing there singing. And he turned to get his mom and bring her back in. And by the time they got there, everything had stopped and everyone was gone. And his mother said, well, nobody was signed up for the conference room to begin with. The next thing that I heard was that there was a security guard who used to manage the property, and their men would be here late at night, and they would see in the distance shadowy figures going by, like you'd see a silhouette of a person. And as soon as they went over to find out who was in the mall, or if they started to approach the shadow, it would just vanish. The third thing is that I've wandered through the mall. I brought my EMF meter and nobody's bothered me, so that's good. But I did go downstairs. The current basement level is a bowling alley, so that is not super conducive for any form of investigation. But I did talk to one employee down there who did say she knew the mall was supposed to be haunted. I asked if she had any encounters, and she said, well, when she is anywhere by herself, she always feels like there's somebody watching her or standing right behind her. But when she looks around, she'll be completely alone. I asked where that happened in the mall, and she said, well, it's all over in the mall, but mostly in the basement area where the bowling alley is. And she also told me that the mechanics who work, I guess, in back of the bowling alley have heard conversations going on. The conversations are not directed towards the employees, and they can't make out what's being said, but they definitely hear people talking, and they can never find the source of the conversation. So I thought all of that was actually really, really cool. And I have to say their mall has some better stores than ours do down in Florida. But it's been an interesting afternoon just kind of poking around and seeing what we can find. So I figured out the EMF meter, and that is that it is so sensitive that even on airplane mode, if the phone gets close to it, there go our pulses. So it looks like I need to be about 2 feet away in airplane mode. Here we go. Okay. So is there anybody with me right now? If the answer is yes, can you make that meter light up to the yellow? Can you concentrate your energy and get it to light up to the yellow? Did you hear me telling the ghost stories? Do you walk around the mall at night? And that was a noise from a store. Are you a nun or a sister who used to live here when this was a convent? That was an outside noise. Do you want to communicate? Are you a Native American? Were you here before the mall? Do you have a message to pass on?